St. Anthony's Band and their presentation of our national anthem, the Marine Corps Color Guard presenting the colors. Well, Sam Aldridge, we have a great crowd on hand here tonight.
Yeah, it's a nice crowd, Larry, as it always is here. That's one thing I like about the older gyms. Whenever you go in place for the first time, like this is my first chance seeing the Bulldogs this year, I can look around and everybody's kind of in their assigned seating. Whereas now when I go out to Effingham, people are in new places, and I don't like it quite as well. I like to be able to isolate each individual where they belong. Nice crowd.
And now they're giving Chris Bockler his basketball, and he's going to take it across the gym and present it to his mom and dad over there in the crowd. So congratulations, Chris Bockler, and boy, did he put in a show at Highlands Saturday. 30 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 7 steals, and he was the MVP of the ball game, so you can't do much more than that, and he helped the Bulldogs to a win there. Well, you know, you were talking about you like the atmosphere at St. Anthony's Golf Gym. There's only 4 more home games here in the old gym. I looked on the schedule, and in case you haven't heard, they're going to move senior night to the Brownstown game, which is the next to last game, because on the final home game on the 21st of February, Casey Westfield plays here, and they got all kinds of special activities going on that night to commemorate the last game here in the gym. We're going to find out more about that this week when we talk with the officials here at St. Anthony, but they're going to have a special night on the 21st. They're going to bring back all the 1,000-point scores in St. Anthony history, and as many coaches as they can that will come back or are able to come back for the festivities here at St. Anthony. And there's just going to have a great. They're going to start the JV game at 6 o'clock, and then between games they'll have the ceremonies, and then they'll play Casey in the final game here at the old gym. And I also was fortunate enough to get a tour of the new facilities last week, and it is just going to be something spectacular, the new gymnasium at St. Anthony as it opens next year. So they're going to kind of do it up right with try to bring back some of the storied history of this old gym.
Yeah, it's a pretty neat idea to think that two of what were probably some of the more historic cracker box gyms in this part of the state are going to be replaced by kind of state-of-the-art facilities, and Effingham is going to possess 2 of the finer gymnasiums in the central part of the state, if not the entire state. But by the same token, as I mentioned earlier, boy, it's with mixed emotions you leave a place like this.
Oh, yeah. I remember coming to a game here when I was, I don't know, I might have been 7, 8, 9 years old, and I sat in the balcony up here with my dad and watched St. Anthony play East St. Louis Lincoln.
I probably was here then too.
You were probably officiating.
It's amazing how as an adult I feel a little bit differently about this place than I did growing up on the other side of town years ago. But
well, we're going to have some great festivities here in the Casey game, 21st February. We'll tell you more about that later.
We got quite a ball game here. I tell you, I know they're struggling right now, but I've been very impressed with Coach Art Voorhees the last 2 or 3 years, and I'm one of his biggest fans. I think he does an excellent job, and there's, obvious what Ron Niebrugge does with the Bulldogs, and the Bulldogs got the tip, and let's play.
Jared McKay jumped against Bouchou, and St. Anthony gets it off to Mike Wines in the corner out in front for Phillips. Phillips takes 2 dribbles, gets it back to Wines, looks inside for Bouchou. He's not there, takes it baseline, flips it off to Storm. Storm can't shoot, he needs some help. And what's he going to do? Clear over to Phillips on the other side. And the Bulldogs set it up now. Back out to Storm at the top of the key. He goes over to Chris Bockler with it. Bockler flips it out to Phillips. Open from 15, didn't take the shot. Back to Storm, off to Wines. Off to Phillips. He sets on a 3. It's off the mark. Rebound high in the air, tipped out of there and taken by Neoga. Cleared out finally by John Stroll. Stroll takes it down court, and they fire it in the corner, and they just do save it. McKay helps save it over there. He gets it out front to Brandon Thompson, who sets up the offense. In the corner, they go with it to Stroll. He works against Phillips. No score. We played a minute here. Neoga with the basketball. They get it out front to Aaron Zumballen. Aaron's inside the arc, doesn't take the shot. Gets it in the corner to Stroll. Stroll looking, back out in front it comes to Thompson. They go inside to McKay. He can't shoot. Now here's a shot rejected by Bouchou. Shot by Zumballen, rejected by Aaron Bouchou. Down the paint to Bockler for the layup, and he scores. Nice give and go, and Aaron Bouchou fed Chris Bockler, and Bockler puts it up and in, and St. Anthony takes a 2-0 lead after Bouchou blocked Zumballen's shot on the other end. And there's a tip away by Storm, goes out of bounds, belongs to Neoga. Brandon Thompson doing the ball handling, and Derek Storm giving him fits there. Now they reset the play, and it'll be John Stroll inbounding for the Indians. 2-0 Bulldogs lead. In the corner, they go with it to Thompson. Thompson brings it out top the key, feeds Zumballen. Aaron Zumballen goes around Bouchou, back in the corner to Thompson. Thompson feeds baseline to Zumballen, up for the shot, no good. Rebound, Bouchou cleared it out of the air. He might even got a hand on that one, or deflected it a little. To Wines in the corner to Storm, goes underneath, nothing there. Feeds Phillips, turns, puts his back to the basket to Bockler, to Bouchou, down the paint, drives off the glass, won't drop. Rebound scramble for, taken finally by Neoga, cleared out into the hands of John Stroll. He gets it to Thompson, fires a pass on the baseline, bobbled by McKay, but he retrieves it, gets it out top of the key to Stroll. Deeper in the corner, they go with it to Preston Robinson, who hasn't handled the ball too much on offense for Neoga. He flips it out to Thompson. Thompson has it now for the Indians, and there's a near knockaway, but it's retrieved by Robinson. He needs some help, gets it back to Thompson, and it looks as though Neoga's trying to be very patient, Sam, on offense. Down the paint, nice move, up and in.
I was getting ready to say St. Anthony been playing some pretty good defense up until that point, and then they just kind of parted like the Red Sea.
Thompson scores. On the other end, Wine shoots. It's no good, and Zumballen claims a rebound for Neoga. It's 2-2. We're all tied up. There's a pass in the corner. Goes to McKay. There's a shot from out front by Zumballen, no good. And Phillips grabs a rebound for St. Anthony. Off to Chris Bockler. Bockler brings it down for the Bulldogs, gets it out to Wines, top of the key on the side to Bouchou. Turns, bounce pass to Phillips, reverse layup, good. Aaron Phillips on a reverse layup underneath, got a nice pass from Ryan Bouchou, and the Bulldogs take a 4-2 lead. Thompson walks it down for Neoga. Storm bats it away, but Thompson gets it back, goes in the deep corner with it to Stroll. Underneath to Zumballen, turns, rejected by Bouchou again, loose on the floor, taken by Wines. He heads down court, takes it all the way to the basket. Wines puts up a shot, no good. And we got a blocking foul on Brandon Thompson. Boy, he and Wines had a major league collision down there. Wines took it straight to the hole and got fouled. He'll shoot a couple.
That's our first personal on anybody tonight. Brandon Thompson picks up number 1. Mike Wines of Bulldogs on a pair at the line.
4:27 to go in a low-scoring beginning to this one. Wines hits a free throw. That's his first point, and it's 5-2. St. Anthony up by 3. We are in the first quarter of action. Next free throw by Wines is good. He's got 2. Art Voorhees calls Spanky Smith over here at the side and was having a conversation during Wines' free throws. It's 6-2. Bulldogs by 4. Nice turnaround shot, no good by Stroll, and the rebound cleared out by Phillips. 6-2. St. Anthony up by 4. They've got the ball. They bring it down with Storm, giving it to Bockler. Bockler behind a pick, shoots a 3 while on the move. It's out, no good. The rebound goes to Neoga, cleared out by Thompson. Ahead with it to Jared McKay, who loses it out of bounds. He couldn't control the pass there from Thompson, and the Indians turn it over for the first time in the quarter. 6-2 our score. St. Anthony leads. There's a pass picked off. Storm tried to hit Wines, and Thompson just intercepted it. On the other end, the layup, they get it to McKay, and he scores. Nice play by Neoga on the transition game. They get a layup. 6-4. St. Anthony's lead cut to 2. Bulldogs have thrown it away a couple of times down here. Wines gets it off to Storm. He goes baseline, looking. Back out in front to Bockler. Sets on a 3, doesn't take it. Under the basket to Wines. Layup good. Nice feed. Bockler to Wines underneath, cutting across the paint. Wines with a nice catch, first of all, and then a nice shot off the glass, makes it 8-4 St. Anthony. Quickly, Thompson takes it out front, and the whistle blows, and we got a push on Storm, I believe.
I think you're right, Larry. That's his first, team foul number 1 on St. Anthony. Nice job, as you mentioned that time. Good pass by Bockler inside to Wines, and Wines did a nice job of shielding the defender with his body and using the left hand for the layup.
Joe Burton's going to come into the lineup. Joe's a 5'8 junior. He comes into the lineup, and he's replacing John Stroll for Neoga, and he will inbound it. So Burton comes in, and they give him the ball and say, here, inbound it. And he does. He gets it into Thompson. Thompson goes way over on the side to Burton. Burton down the paint, can't shoot, kicks it out to Zumballen, who's open. His shot's off the mark, no good. Wines picks up the loose ball. Ahead to Storm. Storm starts to run a fast break, decides against it, inside to Bouchou, turns, out to Phillips, fakes, in the corner, goes with it to Bachler. Bachler down the paint, off to Bouchou. Somebody better shoot it. Bouchou does and gets it blocked by Zumballen. So Bouchou's the shot blocker, and he had one rejected that time by Aaron Zumballen.
Fair play that time. Zumballen's had about 3 already deflected by Bouchou, and they got even with him that time.
Neoga runs the offense. They trail 8-4. Zumballen out top of the key, drives, penetrates, nothing there. Kicks it out to Burton. Burton in the deep corner goes with it to Preston Robinson. Back to Zumballen from the baseline. His jumper good. Count it. And he got fouled. It rolled around, bounced up in the air, and fell in. Count the basket for Aaron Zumballen, his first, and he'll go for the three-point play.
Personal fouls number 1 on Ryan Bouchou. Team foul number 2, and after missing his first 5 field goal attempts, Aaron Zumballen knocked down probably the toughest shot he's had this evening. Kind of a little 8-footer on the baseline there with a defender all over him, in fact, getting a piece of his wrist.
John Stroll in. Thompson sits down for Neoga. 2:24 to go in the first quarter. In and out, no good on the free throw. Bouchou grabs the rebound. Off to Storm. It's 8-6. St. Anthony's lead at 2. It was 4. Storm has it for St. Anthony. Top of the key, goes right side to Wines. Jeff Wines across the paint, kicks it out to Storm. Storm looking for some help, takes it in the paint, nothing there, out to Bachler. Bachler stops from 12, good. Bachler drove, then stopped, went straight up on the jumper and hits it. And he's got 4, and he's missed 1 3-pointer, but everything else has been inside tonight. 10-6 the score. There's a push by Burton, no whistle. They get it back out to Zumballen. Trying to clear a path there. Zumballen spins, fakes Bouchou off his feet, goes up. Bouchou got a piece of that one. It goes out of bounds. Neoga saves it. Nice job by Jared McKay. He bounced it off Phillips' leg out of bounds. It'll belong to Neoga on the side of the court.
I will say one thing. Aaron Zumballen is persistent.
Yes, he is.
He's had 2 or 3 already put back in his face, but he hasn't shied away.
Here comes Brandon Weber and Matt Seamer into the St. Anthony lineup. Storm sits down, and Phillips sits down. Ron Nieberge wants to change things up a little bit. 10-6. St. Anthony leads. Neoga's got the ball, and there's a push on the inbounds pass, and it's a shove off on the receiver. At that time, it was Jared McKay of Neoga. He was going to receive the inbounds pass, and he shoved off in order to take the pass, so he got called for the personal foul.
Jared McKay picks up his first foul of the evening, team foul number 2, and that's the second Neoga turnover.
Brandon Weber brings it down for St. Anthony, has trouble with the dribble, finally gets it off to Bachler. Down the paint, Bachler dumps it off to Seamer. His layup, no good. He had that trouble at Highland the other day. He couldn't hit a layup, and the rebound's cleared out by Preston Robinson. Off to Burton. Burton has the basketball into the corner, can't shoot, gets it to Zumballen. And there's a travel on Zumballen. Got his feet tangled up a little bit, making the move, and got called for the walk. Neoga's turnover number 3. St. Anthony's ball on the side of the court. Matt Seamer will get an inbounds to Chris Bachler without Storm in there. Now Bachler's going to bring it down court for St. Anthony. Bulldogs lead 10-6. Low-scoring first quarter. We've only got a minute to play. Brandon Weber all the way to the hole. Gets it rejected. Loose ball. Bouchou's got it. Stops. Pops from 12. It's around and in. So Ryan Bouchou picked up that loose ball. There was no one to pass to, so he shot it, and he made it. And it's 12-6. St. Anthony up by 6. That's their first 6-point lead of the evening. Neoga yet to lead in the ball game. On the side of the court, Stroll shoots a jumper, in and out. No good. Rebound, Bachler heads down court. Bachler brings it all the way still. Feeds on the side to Wines for the layup, and he got it. Mike Wines got the feed from Bachler, and Bachler's got as many assists as he's got field goals here in the quarter. He's fed Wines twice for baskets.
He's got 2 baskets and at least 2 assists to Mike Wines, so you're at least 50-50.
14-6, an 8-point lead for the Bulldogs, and now Burton and Weber battle as they go down court, and I think Brandon Weber picked up a personal.
You're exactly right. Brandon Weber picks up his first personal foul, team foul number 3 on St. Anthony here in the quarter. Indians probably will hold it now for the last one.
Burton out of the corner for 3. It's no good. Rebound goes to Wines, and he lost it out of bounds. It'll belong to Neoga. So Burton shot a 3 from the corner right off the get-go. It missed. Wines grabbed it, and then it fell right out of his hands, out of bounds. It'll be Neoga's ball. Stroll will inbound, and it's knocked away and goes out of bounds, belongs to St. Anthony. And now Spanky Smith says, no, that got tipped by a St. Anthony player before it went out of bounds. So it stays with Neoga. Neoga's ball. So they dodged a bullet there on the inbounds pass. This time they get it into Burton. 11 seconds to go. Burton's in the corner to Zumbalin for a long three. It's out, no good. Rebound goes to Bachler. He hustles down court, gets it off to Seamer. Seamer leans in on a jumper at the buzzer. It's no good, and that's the end of the first quarter. We'll be back in a minute. It's St. Anthony 14, Neoga 6.
Our year-end sales have
dropped out of bounds. The inbounds pass went to Brandon Thompson, and he dropped it out of bounds. Sam, first quarter?
Okay, St. Anthony shot 43% in the first quarter, hitting 6 out of 14 from the field, made both of their free throws, out-rebounded Neoga 7-5, and turned the ball over one time. Neoga shot only 23%, making 3 out of 13 from the field, missed their free throw, committed 4 turnovers.
Bachler's open from 10 off the glass. He banked it home. That's the way he wanted to shoot it. You could tell from the minute left his hand he's going to kiss it off the glass, and he did. And it's 16-6. St. Anthony up now by 10.
That's as pretty a shot as there is in the game of basketball. Nice bank shot.
Thompson brings it down for the Indians. Flips it out front to Walk. Looks underneath. Nothing there. Needs some help. Looking, finally shovels it to Zumbalin. Says, Aaron, come out here and help me. Zumbalin's in trouble. He gets it out front finally to Thompson. Storm almost got a hand on it. Left side, they go with it to McKay. Baseline jumper too long. Tip no good by a teammate there, and finally cleared out by Phillips. I think he just slapped at the ball. Bachler drives, left-hand layup. Switched it to the right hand, and he scores. Chris Bachler with a little juke move on the baseline. Faked and then drove and laid it up and in. He's got 8, and Art Bories wants a timeout. So it's timeout on the court. We'll be back in 60 seconds. St. Anthony's up 18-6. Bounds dozen here with 6:57 to go in the second quarter. Thompson sets it up, top of the key for Neoga. Works against Storm, goes right, now slows it up, fires it on the left side. Gets it to McKay, the leading scorer for the Indians, into Zumbalin, moves on the baseline, can't shoot, kicks it out for a 3. Thompson, no good, rebound Storm. Heads down court to Bachler. Bachler brings it down court, still going, driving, dumps it to Wines on the baseline for a 2. Wines hits it. Mike Wines has 8 as he hits a jumper in the corner, and there's another assist for Bachler. We don't keep track of those things, but they're pretty obvious tonight.
He's making a habit of finding Michael Wines there on the. Mike's finishing off the shot and giving Chris the assist.
14-point lead for St. Anthony, and they get it into Zumbalin. He banks it in. Nice move, Aaron Zumbalin. That was a pretty shot. He's got 4. Quickly, St. Anthony brings it down. It's 20-8 Bulldogs. Bachler gets it out front to Bushu. Looks underneath to Phillips, can't find him. Back out to Bachler, over to Storm, shoots a 3. Storm got it. So Derek Storm, who hit a big 3 and got fouled on it at Highland Saturday to turn the game around, gets his first basket of the game. It's a 3, and it's 23-8 St. Anthony. Here's a shot put up and in by Brandon Thompson of Neoga. He drove the paint, put it up and in, and he's got 4. Makes it 23-10. Out front, Phillips with it. Gets it over to Wines, to Storm. Another 3 by Storm. Good again.
Why not?
Derek Storm's got the hot hand. He's got 2 threes. He's got 6. And it's 26-10.
He's parried 2 threes on successive trips, but Coach Niebrugge was not happy that he let his man take the ball to the hole last time down.
Walk has it for the Indians. He stops, throws one up off balance. No good. Rebound Bushu. Ryan Bushu clears it out, gets it down court to Bachler. In the corner, they go to Wines. He drives underneath for the layup, got it knocked away, loose ball. Got his shot blocked, taken out of there finally by Preston Robinson. Down court to Thompson. Thompson on the right side goes with it to McKay. McKay looks underneath, nothing there, so he moves into the corner. Stolen away by Bachler, intercepted the pass. Bachler heads down court with it for St. Anthony. Now slows it up, goes on the baseline to Phillips. Out in front to Wines, back to Chris Bachler. Storm now top of the key, and the Bulldogs set up the offense with 4:39 to go here in the first half. 26-10, Bulldogs lead. Bushu, the alley-oop to Phillips on the baseline, puts it up and in. Aaron Phillips took the alley-oop from Ryan Bushu, and Phillips has 4. St. Anthony with a height advantage, taking advantage of that situation there on the lob. 28-10. Bulldogs up by 8.
Aaron Phillips knows a little bit about a lob.
He does. There's a shot in and out, no good by Thompson. Rebound Bachler. for St. Anthony. Fires it quickly down to Phillips. Takes it on the baseline. Back out to Wines. Back to Phillips. Can't shoot it. Down the middle to Bachler. Fakes off the glass. Got it to fall home. Chris Bachler with 10 on a nice feed from Phillips.
You know, Sam Rickman's
got a lot of assists.
Sam Rickman was telling me before this game started that there aren't many high school players he'd pay to see, but Chris Bachler's one of them. Now I know what he's talking about.
Walk has it in the corner. Stolen by Storm. Ahead to Bachler for the layup, and he got it. Another timeout asked for by Art Bories. Bachler with 12. Neoga wants a minute. We'll be back. 3:41 to go in the half. St. Anthony up 32-10.
You know, even the best decorating ideas, even if they're not put together right, will lead to costly mistakes. At Wright Furniture, we're here to help you put those decorating ideas together. We have a
that timeout. The Bulldogs put in 4 new players. We've got Eric Jansen, Matt Seamer, Brandon Weber, and Aaron Weber out there now for St. Anthony. Bachler's the only starter who stayed out there.
And I think Chris is the one that picked up the personal, his first.
Walk at the free throw line. Lee, a 5'10" sophomore, puts up the toss. No good. He'll try again. (32-10). The Bulldogs have zipped from a 8-point lead after the first quarter up to a 22-point margin here. Free throw good by Walk. That's his first point of the night. And it's 32-11, and Bachler brings it down. Gets it to Weber in the corner. That's Brandon Weber. He looks underneath for Aaron Weber. Can't find him, but he ought to at 6'8". Back to Brandon Weber, to Jansen. Seamer's in the middle. They get it to him. He goes to Aaron Weber. Baseline jumper, good.
Nice job of keeping the ball up that time when he received the pass. He just kept the ball high and dropped it in the bucket.
So Aaron Weber at 6'8" gets his first basket of the game, and it's 34-11. Down the paint, Burton on a jumper. Thompson, rather, on a jumper. No good. Loose ball. Looked like a pinball. Finally, Aaron Weber gets it to Brandon Weber. Brandon Weber takes it all the way to the hole. Off the glass. Doesn't go, and he gets called. Or there is a foul on Weber. Charge.
Charging foul on Brandon Weber. His second personal foul. Team foul number 5. This one's a player control foul, resulting in St. Anthony's second turnover of the evening.
I thought I saw the flash of the hand behind the head. It was real quick by Spanky Smith, and then had to wait for him to give it to the bench to make sure it was a charging call, and it was. 34-11, and that ball goes through the hands of Joe Burton out of bounds. It'll be St. Anthony's ball.
The old adage, you can't shoot it till you catch it, comes into play there. He just looked away for a brief second. He would have been open for the three-pointer, but he just let the ball go right through his hands.
Bachler has it for St. Anthony out top of the key. Gets it over to Jansen. Back to Bachler. On the right side to Brandon Weber. To Bachler, inside to Seamer, flips it off to Jansen, down the paint, off the glass, no good, comes up short, Walk with the rebound for Neoga. To Thompson, quickly down to Burton, he loses it, Weber steals it, that's Brandon Weber with the steal, gets it to Aaron Weber, back to Brandon Weber, off to Seamer, and here come the Bulldogs. Bachler shoots a long 3, and he got it. Chris Bachler from way behind the arc hit the 3, his first of the night. He's got 15.
He's now hit 6 in a row, 7 out of 8 on the evening.
37-11. Bulldogs lead. Walk on the baseline, in trouble. Flips it out to Burton. That's on the floor. St. Anthony scrambles, knocks it away, but McKay gets it. Nice feed underneath. Stroll got it underneath to Thompson, and he got fouled.
I think that foul's going to be on Aaron Weber. If so, it'll be his first. Team 6, but this one's a shooting foul, sending Brandon Thompson to the line for 2.
Good ball movement by Neoga that time. Once they got the ball down low, got it into the open man.
Excellent cut through the lane that time as well by Brandon Thompson.
He misses the free throw. Now Zumballen returns, and McKay returns, and in for the first time is Kyle Roberts for Neoga. So Art Bories makes 3 substitutions here, with 1:50 to go in the first half. 37-11. St. Anthony on top of Neoga. Here's Thompson with the next free throw. It's no good. Rebound, and that's going to be an over the back on Aaron Zumballen. Boy, he just got back into the lineup. He's your big center, and he gets an over the back on the rebound.
That's his first personal foul of the evening, only the 3rd on Neoga.
So the Bulldogs bring it down. Brandon Weber gets it across for St. Anthony, feeds it to Eric Jansen.
Way across court to Bachler. Another three's on the way. This one's out, no good. Rebound scramble for, and Matt Seamer knocked it away from Aaron Weber. Two Bulldogs had controlled the rebound, and they managed to take it away from each other, not knowing that it was a teammate fighting for the ball with them.
Just need to communicate a little bit, but as a coach, you'd much rather see two guys going after it and knock it out of bounds than nobody.
Burton in the corner shoots a three, no good. Short, rebound, scramble, saved nicely by Neoga. Zoom ball and turnaround shot, no good. This rebound, Brandon Weber of St. Anthony. He brings it down, now has a little trouble with the dribble, still gets it across, drives, dumps it off on the side to Seamer. Seamer off to Bachler. Bachler shoots a two. It's out, no good. Rebound, scramble for, taken by Bachler. Falls down on the baseline, needs some help, kicks it out to Brandon Weber. He moves in for a two, can't shoot it, back to Jansen. 58 seconds to go. Bachler needs some help, inside to Seamer. He's double teamed, loosens up, shoots a three, it's out, no good, and the rebound goes to Zumbalin. He kicks it off to Burton. Slows it up, gets it across for Neoga. Off to Thompson. 39 seconds to go. A near steal, but not quite. They get it to Roberts in the corner to Burton for a two, and he made it. Joe Burton was inside the arc. He hits a two-point. St. Anthony brings Jordan Kerner into the lineup. Jordan is a 5'10 sophomore. He's going to work with Phillips, Wines, Bouchou, and Storm for the final 25 seconds here of the first half. Bulldogs going to run the clock down here. Storm has it out top of the key. Gets it back over to Kerner. Kerner to Storm. 13 seconds. Kerner, Storm. Now the Bulldogs set up a play. They set a pick for Storm. Over to Wines. A three on the way. No good. Rebound loose. Taken by Neoga's Thompson. He fires one up from midcourt and hits the ceiling with it. So St. Anthony ran the play. They got what they wanted. A Wines three that was no good. Neoga got the rebound, and the Horns until the original starting five for Neoga, I think. Phillips has it in the corner for the Bulldogs. Out in front, it goes to Wines, shoots a three, and he got it. Mike Wines, who's had a little trouble with three-point shooting the last couple of games, zeroes in on that one. Makes it 40-13 Bulldogs. In the corner quickly, Neoga gets it down to Zumbalin. Top of the key, they get it off to Stroll. His two is no good. Rebound goes to Ryan Bouchou. Kicks it out to Storm. Quickly down to Bachler. Makes a spin move on the baseline. Nothing there. Back out to Storm. Storm penetrates to Bouchou. Back to Bachler. In the corner, Phillips fakes the three. Doesn't take it across the paint. Off to Wines. Mike Wines now slows it up. Looks for some help. Goes baseline to Phillips. Back out to Wines. Top of the key to Storm. To Bachler, looks for some help. Phillips cuts through the paint, gets the ball. Back to Bachler. St. Anthony's gets it to Storm for a three. It's too long, way off the mark. And the rebound's cleared out by McKay, who turns and bumps Phillips in the face. Neoga brings it down. Zumbalin's got it in the corner. His jumper off the glass, no good. Rebound goes to Storm, who cleared it out for the Bulldogs, and now dribbles it out of trouble. Ahead to Chris Bachler. Bachler takes it underneath, all the way for the layup off the glass, and he scores. Nice move, Chris Bachler. Took one giant step and flew through the air and banked it home. 42-13. There's a shot rejected by Bouchou. Zumbalin shot ahead to Bachler. He goes to the other end for the layup, and it rolls out. No good. Zumbalin got a hand on it. Wines for the rebound, puts it up and in.
Now, I was looking for St. Anthony to start extending their defensive pressure, in fact, but they were able to do it in their half court.
Zumbalin out of the corner for two. No good. Loose ball. Scrambled on the floor. Claimed out of bounds. Knocked out. Touch last by Storm, I believe, of St. Anthony. So in a wild scramble under the basket, Neoga's ball. Stroll will inbound for the Indians. 5:54 to go. St. Anthony's outscored them 7-0 here in the quarter. There's a shot put up and a block on Thompson. Not only did the shot get blocked, but he got blocked. On the other end, Bachler puts it up and in. Leading a fast break, Bachler pulled up on a short jumper and kissed it home. He's got 19. And now Zumbalin loses it under the basket, but maintains control, needs some help. Throws it under the basket nicely. Batted away, loose, claimed by Storm of St. Anthony. He comes out of there with it, and then he loses it out of bounds. He was looking to trigger a fast break to Wines down court, and he lost the dribble. In comes Zach Braden, a 6'1 freshman for Neoga. Zach Braden enters a ball game. 6'1 freshman, wearing number 44. Ball comes into Zumballen. 46-13. 9-0 third quarter edge here for St. Anthony to start the third period. 5:18 to go. Neoga's got it on the side of the court. Stroll gets it underneath. They get it to Jared McKay, and he gets a turnaround bank shot, his second goal of the game. McKay with a nice turnaround move.
Nice inside position that time, and ended up being a rather difficult shot, but he used the board real well and knocked it home.
Wines to Phillips. The alley-oop underneath the Bouchou, but not long enough, and they knock it away. Bouchou was wanting that long pass, and down court, Wines intercepts for St. Anthony, and he gets called for a travel. Wines intercepted the high pass, and then he got called for a travel. It'll belong to Neoga. Phillips sets down, and Matt Seymour, 6'1" senior, in for the Bulldogs. All right, they get it in. Stroll gets it in. Shot taken by Thompson, no good. Loose ball, rebounded, and goes out of bounds. Touched last by St. Anthony. Nice hustle by Aaron Zumballen to save that over there. He went off a Bulldog player out of bounds. Stroll will inbounds now for Neoga. He goes underneath the Zumballen, tipped away by Bouchou, but right back to Stroll. Baseline to Zumballen, turns, hooks it up right-handed. No good, and he got fouled on the shot. Bachler, was it?
That's what he signaled, number 21, Chris Bachler.
Bachler on the foul.
His second. Nobody's any type of foul trouble on either ball club. I think Brandon Weber had 2 in the first half, and he was the only player on either team to have multiple fouls.
Zumballen rolls the free throw in over the front of the rim. He's got 5. Makes it 46-16. Bulldogs by 30 points here. Next one by Zumballen is good. He's got 6. Whistle blows. Into the lineup, Joe Burton, a 5'8" junior for Neoga. And John Stroll sits down. Wines will inbound for the Bulldogs. He gets it into Derek Storm, who brings it down court for St. Anthony. Storm with the basketball, flips it on the side to Bachler. Out in front they go to Bouchou. The alley-oop to Wines, but it's batted away and stolen by Neoga, and then a reach-in foul on St. Anthony. The Bulldogs didn't run that very well. And Coach Nieberg, he's mad. He's kicking the bench, and he's yelling at people. Who was a foul on, Sam?
Foul's on Matt Seymour, his first.
Yeah, if you're going to run that out of the lob, you got to get it nice and high to those 6'5" guys, don't you?
After only having 2 turnovers in the first half, they've had 4 here in the first 4 minutes of the third quarter, so that's what I'm sure Coach Nieberg is upset with.
Zumballen spins, looks for an open shot, can't find it, kicks it out to Burton. In the corner, they go with it to Thompson. Thompson. Out to Burton. There's a near steal. It is stolen by Ryan Bouchou. He anticipated the pass and stole it. Slows it up now and leaves it with Bachler. Bachler goes underneath, shovels it off to Wines, back to Bachler. Shoots a 3 from way out, in and out, no good. Bouchou tips it, ends up with it. Bouchou up on the layup, no good. Loose ball, scrambled. Burton's got it in the corner for Neoga. So Neoga comes out of that wild scramble with the basketball. Braden moves underneath, puts it up and in.
Pretty nice move for the young man.
Freshman goes baseline, puts it up and in. Nice move, Zach Braden. He's got the basket. 46-19. Storm has it for St. Anthony, goes right side, clears out the dribble, double team, off to Wines, loads up on a 3. It's out, no good. Rebound, scramble for, taken by Neoga. Cleared out finally by Thompson. Thompson gets it down the paint. Off to McKay, out of the corner, Braden shoots for 3, it's no good. Rebound Seymour to Storm. Storm under the basket to Wines, he can't shoot, back out to Storm. On the side to Seymour, bad pass, but Bachler retrieves it. Off to Storm with 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. 46-19 St. Anthony. Bouchou inside, works for the layup, and too hard, and the rebound's cleared out by Zumballen, finally of Neoga. Burton quickly down court. Nice feed. And Weber also back in. So Bouchou sits down. And who else sat down, Sam? He brought in Weber and Phillips. So he sets down. We got a hold inside on Braden. Zach Braden on the hold inside. It'll be St. Anthony's ball under the basket.
Seymour sat down.
Seymour sat down, you're right. He was out there at the time.
Yeah, the Bulldogs opened up the quarter on a 9-point run, and now Neoga's answered with a string of 8 straight themselves.
Wines has it for the Bulldogs, gets it off to Bachler. Open on a 3, jumps it in. Chris Bachler hits a 3-pointer. He's got 22. 49-21, St. Anthony.
I think Ron's kind of fighting the problem with his ball club right now, maintaining intensity with such a wide lead.
whistle. We got a hold underneath on, maybe on the freshman.
I think we've got the young man, Zach Braden, for a moving pick underneath.
Yeah.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul in the second half for Neoga, and that's turnover number 4 here in the quarter.
49-21. St. Anthony brings it down. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in our third quarter of play. Storm looks underneath, goes alley-oop. Brandon Weber finally corrals a pass and puts it up and in after he bobbled it about 3 times. Brandon Weber, no one there to block it, so he goes up and made the layup.
He was open. He didn't catch it. Still was able to get uncontested layup.
Thompson penetrates. Doesn't score, but he got fouled by number 41.
I think he was fouled on the drive to the basket. Ryan Bushu picks up his second.
Nope, can't be Ryan. He's not out there.
No? 51.
51.
Okay, let's give it to Mike Wines.
All right. Wholesale substitutions here for Neoga. Walk comes in. Roberts comes in. He was in earlier. Walk with the basketball, spins, can't get the shot, gets it to Braden on the baseline, puts up a shot that rolls out, no good, and he got fouled on the shot. Oh, he comes off the bench active, doesn't he, offensively?
Yeah, he goes the hole very nice for a freshman, and he's not intimidated at all.
Let's see, we got Roberts, Stroll, Braden, Zumballen, and Walk out there right now for Neoga. Braden's free throw is too hard. He'll try again. 1:49 left in our third quarter. It's 51-21. We'll be at Effingham High School Thursday night for girls action. The Hearts will take on Robinson. We'll have that for you. Friday night we'll be at Robinson for boys action. Free throw no good by Braden. Rebound Wines. Gets it off to Weber. Off to Storm, and St. Anthony brings it down, leading 51-21. Storm gets it off to Bachler. Dumps it in the corner to Wines. Back out to Chris Bachler. Sets on a 3, short. Front of the rim. Rebound goes to Zumballen of Neoga. Then he falls down and loses it. Weber gets it. So St. Anthony retrieves it. In the corner to Brandon Weber. Back out to Bachler. Underneath to Phillips off the glass. Banks it home. Nice pass. Phillips has 6. St. Anthony continues with a lot of assists in this ballgame.
Aaron Phillips doesn't shoot often, but he racks up a pretty high percentage when he does.
Walk's got it out top of the key. Needs some help. Kicks it out finally to Stroll. Back to Zumballen. To Braden. Braden looks for some help. Backs in against Bachler. Kicks it out to Roberts. Braden, turnaround shot, good. Zach Braden with a little turnaround right-hand hook from about 8 feet, has 4. Makes it 53-23. Chris Bachler needs some help. Out to Brandon Weber, down the paint, back to Bachler. Off to Storm. Weber, Wines, 34 seconds to go, and we got a travel on Wines. I thought he just caught the ball, but he did too.
He has a rather stunned look on his face.
Into the ball game for St. Anthony comes Doug Woltman and Eric Jansen. They come in, and Wine sits down along with the Storm. Braden's got it on the side for Neoga. 26 seconds to go. And Neoga almost throws it away, but Walk saves it. Underneath to Braden in traffic, gets off the shot, doesn't score, but got fouled on the play. And Zach Braden knows what to do when he gets his hands on the ball.
Yeah, nice job of ball faking that time. Got Chris Bachler in the air, and Chris picked up his 3rd personal foul.
So the freshman who has 4 off the bench goes to the free throw line. He missed a couple a moment ago. This time his free throw's good. That gives him 5, and he's within 1 point of being the leading scorer for Neoga. Zumballen and McKay have 6 apiece. Now in for St. Anthony is Matt Dosenbrock. He wears number 13. Free throw no good by Braden. Loose ball on the floor. Scramble. We're going to jump it up. 13 is Matt Dosenbrock. He's wearing that uniform here tonight. He comes into the ball game for St. Anthony. So Coach Nieberge's got some young guns out there with 14 seconds to go in the third quarter. Stroll will inbound for Neoga. Looking, finally gets it into Walk. Lee Walk drives, nothing there. Back out to Zumballen. 10, 9. Zumballen drives baseline. Off balance shot, rolls out, no good. Rebound Phillips. He clears it out to Brandon Weber. Ahead, Eric Jansen in the corner. Looks underneath the Bushu, can't find him. Bachler off to Phillips. Aaron Phillips with the dribble to Jansen, and he traveled as he moved down the paint. Saw an opening, started to go, but got an extra step in there. Turnover, St. Anthony. What's those third quarter stats look like, Sam?
Okay, St. Anthony hit half of their 14 field goal attempts, 50%, 7 out of 14, did not go to the line. Out-rebounded Neoga 7-4 in the quarter, and both teams had 5 turnovers. Neoga, for the quarter, shot 33%, 4 out of 12 in the field, and 50% from the line, 3 out of 6.
Walks open from 12, and he hits it. Lee Walkchuk open in a scramble for the basketball and nails a jumper. Makes it 53-26. We're in the fourth and final quarter. Storm inside to Bouchou. Kicks it back out to Jansen. Turns. Nothing there. Lobs it out front to Storm. Makes the save on it. Storm fires it under the basket to Bouchou. Reverse layup. Good. Big Ryan got up in the air on a reverse layup, and he scores it. He's got 4. Makes it 55-26. Jansen with the assist. Braden's got it in the corner for the Indians, and he loses it. Tipped away nicely by Bachler. Ahead to Jansen. Drives for the layup. Too hard off the glass. No good. Rebound goes to Neoga. Now it's loose on the floor, and we're going to jump it up. Rebound was claimed there for a moment by the Indians' Brandon Thompson, and then Jansen got down and forced the jump, and the possession arrow favors Neoga. Zumbalin sets down now as they bring John Stroll back into the ball game. 6:45 left in this MTC encounter. You're listening to Bulldog basketball on the X, WXEF 97.9, Effingham, Illinois. Nice give and go underneath. Count it. Basket's good by Brandon Thompson, and he got fouled on the shot.
Fouled by Derek Storm.
Yep. Number 11, Stormy got him.
Brandon Thompson does a nice job of cutting to the hole. He's got 2 or 3 buckets tonight just on kind of give and go type situations.
6 points for him. His free throw is up and in. 7 for him. Here comes Wines back in for Jansen in the Bulldogs lineup. 6:36 to go. 55-29 St. Anthony. Halftime score at Effingham was the Hearts 24, Mattoon 22. We'll get a third quarter score on that one for you shortly. Storm gets it over to Wines. Wines has it, fires it on the side to Bachler. Baseline to Storm. In trouble. Clears it out now. Gets it in the corner to Wines for a 2. Out. No good. Rebound. Good position there by McKay, and he clears it out. Gets it off to Thompson. Back to McKay. McKay floats, shoots, banks it home. Jared McKay's got 8.
Yeah, he's hit 3 straight shots now.
Storm ahead to Wines. Wines leaves it now with Phillips. With Storm. It's just under 6 minutes left in this one. 55-31. St. Anthony leads. Storm in the paint. Kicks it off to, Wines to Storm. Baseline Phillips. Short jumper. Out. No good. Rebound Walk. Walk clears it out for the Indians. Gets it down court to Thompson. Thompson moves it out front. Stolen by Storm. He picked his pocket. Storm drives in for the layup, and he got it. Storm's got 8. He got the steal and the layup. 57-31. Thompson, top of the key, goes left side to Braden. Shoots a 3. Out. No good. Rebound Walk. Has it batted away by Wines. Goes out of bounds. Belongs to Neoga. Here comes Burton back in. Joe Burton, and sitting down will be John Stroll. 5:21 left in this one. Bulldogs play at Breeze, Mater Dei. There's a steal by St. Anthony Friday night. Lawrenceville's here Saturday night. St. Anthony sets it up. They go on the left side to Wines. Shoots a 2. Short front of the rim. Rebound Burton of Neoga. Clears it out down court. Burton feeds a bounce pass nicely. Shot by McKay. No good. Rebound goes to Bouchou. Off to Storm. Ahead to Bachler. Behind everybody for the layup, and he scores. Nice ball movement. Bulldogs leading score has 24 now, and it's 59-31. Nice fast break by St. Anthony. Braden has it, picks it up, gets it out to Burton. Top of the key, starts to drive, leaves it on the side. A jumper put up by Thompson, deflected. Who was that? Bouchou?
Yes.
Off it goes to Storm, penetrates on the side to Phillips, brings it down court. This is Thompson with it. They called the timeout. Off to Burton. Burton looks underneath, nothing there. Nice give and go to Zumbalin, puts it up and out. No good. Rebound goes to Phillips. They executed the play. They called in the timeout, but it wouldn't drop. Storm gets it off to Bachler. A long 3, out no good. Rebound Phillips, lost it, gets it back, loses it on the floor, gets it to Bachler. to Storm, top of the key, 4-3, no good. In the corner, stolen away, regained by Neoga. Braden ends up with it. Gets it down court to Burton. Fires it over to Thompson, underneath the walk. He loses it. Storm has it. And now St. Anthony's picking their pocket on defense. Storm fires it off to Bockler. Shovels it underneath to Ryan Bouchou. Little jump hook is good. Nice move by Ryan Bouchou, and he's got 6. St. Anthony coming at him with a lot of weapons, and now Neoga turns it over down court with a bad pass.
Yeah, unforced error that time. They're just kind of fighting themselves. They're playing hard, but got to relax a little bit.
Seamer into the ball game for Aaron Phillips now. Phillips leaves with 3:26 to go. And he gets a good hand from the Bulldogs fans, and Aaron Weber is going to come in as well. He's coming in for Ryan Bouchou. So those two starters leave, and good hands from the Bulldog faithful in attendance here tonight.
And they are faithful.
63-31. Bulldogs lead. On the side, it goes to Bockler. Bockler flips it over to Storm. Looks underneath for Weber. Can't find him. Seamer's got it top of the key. Back to Wines. Nice fade underneath to Storm for the layup. What a nice pass by Wines.
Bounce pass off the dribble.
Storm is in double figures with 10. Braden for 3 out of the corner. Buries it. Zach Braden's got 8, and the freshman may see a little more playing time for Art Boys. We'll talk to him after the game.
The Bible says a child will lead them.
65-34. Wines underneath. Rolls it up. No good. Rebound cleared out by Burton. Joe Burton claims the rebound. He's got 3 on 2. He gets it to Braden. Braden slows it up, gets it to Zumballen. He shoots a 2. Got it. Aaron Zumballen's got 8 as he nailed a nice jumper from just inside the arc.
Aaron saw Ryan Bouchou go to the bench. He thought, hey, I can get this shot up here now.
65-36. Chris Bockler has it for the Bulldogs. Works against Burton. Fires it in the corner to Wines. Back to Bockler. Across the paint to Storm. Storm goes baseline. It's not there. He brings it back out. Fires it over to Bockler. Baseline. Aaron Weber shoots out. No good. Rebound scramble for and claimed by Zumballen. He gets it off to Brandon Thompson. In the corner to Walk. Walk needs some help. Gets it out to Zumballen. Carell's a high pass to Walk. Shoots from 17. Got it. Lee Walk's got 5 as he hit the nice jumper from out.
Not exactly textbook style, but knocked down 2 in a row.
Officials timeout. Reason is they want to get 6 subs in the ball game.
Nice job. Nice job.
So that's an official's timeout. That's nice.
Yes, it is.
Nobody gets charged with it, and they get some playing time. 1:45 to go. Now we got to figure out who's on the floor. Well, for St. Anthony, it's Kerner, Semple, Seamer, Ungren, and Wines. And for Neoga, still have Walk out there, and Braden, and Roberts, and Justin Verdine's out there. There's a nice give underneath to Seamer, and he scores. Seamer scores on the pass. And one more I got to figure out. 41 is Curtis Flakes out there. He's a senior. Fine cross-country runner and distance runner for Neoga. Playing basketball. Braden shoots a 3. It's long, no good. Rebound goes to Ungren. Jeff Ungren with the rebound. 6'2" junior for the Bulldogs. We got just over a minute to go in this one. Pass to Wines in the corner. Has his pocket picked by Braden. Braden took it away from Wines, and now Braden goes down, fakes a shot, gets it to Walk. It's short, taken out of the air by Semple. Semple brings it down now for the Bulldogs and slows it up with less than a minute to go. Semple has it, top of the key, goes baseline to Wines, back out in front to Seamer. Bobbles the pass, but controls it now. Seamer takes it right side, and we've got Morse. I don't have in my book. Anyway, Bulldogs ball. Ungren has it. We'll find out. Off to Jordan Kerner. Back out to Semple. 34 seconds to go in the ball game. Semple penetrates, dumps it off on the side to Ungren, out to Kerner. Kerner has it. Gets in the corner to Doug Woltman. His shot for 2 is no good. St. Anthony grabs the rebound. Needs some help with it. Loses it on the floor. Scramble, and Kerner ends up with it for the Bulldogs. He puts up a shot. He gets called for a charge. So with 14 seconds to go, Jordan Kerner picks up a charge for St. Anthony. That might be Brian Dirks out there for St. Anthony right now. Number 33. In fact, I believe that is Brian. All righty. Here's Braden with it for Neoga. Gets it off on the side to Verdine. Back to Braden, shoots a three, got it.
Drained it.
And he leads the team in scoring after that three with 11 points. There's the buzzer. It's all over. What a shot, huh? That's the end of this one. Here's your final. It's St. Anthony 67, Neoga 41. Back with a recap in a moment.